Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Hello if you're new, make sure that you subscribe, that way you'll never miss out on another video. Today we're going to be talking about something very exciting, which is the new moon that we're having in the sign of Libra. And this is exciting for me because it is around the time of my birthday. So my birthday is October 1st and the new moon is happening on October 2nd. So it's a powerful time because right now I've also seen a lot of, and you guys might have heard about it too, there's going to be a second moon orbiting around Earth. So that's also a little curious, it sparks curiosity in me, and it's intriguing, and like a second moon. And also, when I was born, if you guys have ever heard the term void of moon or voided moon, it's kind of like when the moon kind of strays away a little bit, wanders off for a few minutes. I was born around the time when the moon wandered off. And another funny thing is, I've been made fun of all my life that I'm slow, or I'm dumb, or like I'm a blonde, you know what I'm saying? Like, so it's really funny how like the moon wandered off when I was born. I am a little airheady, but I am an air sign. And still I managed to manifest everything I manifested. So don't let anything stop you. No matter what anybody says about you, no matter what phase you were born in, no matter what the astrology was when you were born, you can accomplish anything. Let me be your biggest example, okay? So with that being said, we're gonna get into 5 things I want to teach you guys how to use this moon in your favor. And this is, of course, like a special time for me. And if anybody has a birthday around this Libra season, it's a very special time for you guys. Do at least one of these things that I'm gonna talk about today. Okay, before we get into it, I do want to let you guys know I have new bracelets on my Etsy shop. I have candles, evil eye candles. I also am having seashells. I'm very excited for those. I'm gonna put up like a short so you guys can kind of see it. But also Patreon. I do a weekly reading on Patreon, and you guys can catch me over there. And I have a book on Amazon. So with all that being said, let's get into number 1, which is around this time, because of the way that the planets are arranged, because of everything that's going on up there, this is a very, very good time for reconciliation work. If you guys want to reconcile with somebody, if there's somebody that is not talking to you, that you want them to reach out to you, or if you're reaching out to them and you want them to respond, this is a really, really good time for doing something like that. So here is how you do it. And I have my notes here, okay? Because it's a lot of information. Now, you're gonna use a blue candle, okay? You're gonna use a blue candle and you're going to write their name on the candle first. Then you're gonna write your name on top because you're the one that is commanding the spell. So your name on top. If you have the birth date, their name and birth date, and then your name and birth date on top. And then you're going to use coconut oil. Why should we use coconut oil? Because coconut oil has to do with the head. Okay? If you study more about all this occult stuff, you'll understand more. Coconut oil has to do with the head. So use coconut oil, and then you're going to use basil. Everybody probably has basil either in your garden or like herb that you cook with, right? Basil. And then you're gonna light it. You're gonna light this blue candle. It could be a tea light candle, it could be a votive candle, it could be a birthday candle. And then you're gonna let it burn all the way down. You could do this 3 days before this new moon. So the new moon is on October 2nd. So 3 days before, on the day of, or 3 days after. So you have those timings to do this, where it's going to be very, very potent. Okay? And then when the candle burns all the way down, you're going to bury this in your backyard somewhere. Either in a potted plant, a rose tree, or some kind of tree or plant or herb, whatever you have, flower, whatever you have, you bury it in there. And then that's it. Go on about your day. Don't obsess over it. Don't ask when is this going to happen? How is this going to happen? Because that's how you create blocks in your work. Just trust the universe, trust the planet, how how everything's gonna work out. It's gonna work out, okay? Now, the second thing I want to talk about around this time is to avoid conflict. Now, we have Aries sign that is, there around this time. And Aries is very fiery. Aries is not afraid to speak their mind and stand up for themselves, and they're very fiery sign. So, we're going to kind of feel that a little bit. And Libras usually don't. But around this time, there's a huge message. Don't engage in fighting, conflict, arguments. Take a step back and just like a Libra, weigh everything out and then come back to that situation. Do not react, do not engage. It makes you more powerful when you're able to step back, see the whole situation, take a moment, take a breather, and then come back to the situation. You have a lot more power. Think of an attorney or a lawyer, right? They're not just gonna go straight in. They're going to do their research, they're gonna get everything ready, they're gonna get their case ready, and then they present it. So that's kind of where we're at right now, is don't just react. Take a step back and get your case ready, and then present yourself. You're going to seem more confident, you're going to seem more powerful, you're going to seem more well put together. And also, when you do take a breather from a negative situation, usually when the situation just happened, feelings are riled up, right? Emotions are riled up. You want to react right there. But if you take a step back and then you come back to it, you're like, you know what? I don't need to punch you in the face. I don't need to say this to you. You kind of just present yourself better in the situation, and then you get to think about what kinds of points you want to make in that situation. So this is a time, Libra in the tarot is justice. It's a card of justice. So we always weigh everything out, and we also lay everything on the table, but not in an aggressive manner. Research, observe, listen, and think, and react accordingly, not aggressively. Libra, we're in Libra season. Libras don't act aggressively, okay? Now, the third thing is, I want to tell you, use roses. Libra is ruled by Venus. Venus rules beauty, luxury, materialistic abundance, skin, youth, and just manifestation. So I feel very blessed to be ruled under the sign of Venus. But right now, we're kind of all under this energy of Venus. So at this time, I want you guys to use roses. Rose-scented perfume, rose-scented incense, candles, rose decorations. Buy fresh roses for your house. It doesn't matter what color it is. I have these fake roses behind me that I got from the dollar store. Sorry, I just burped. I just had lunch. So it is really, really hot, you guys. If my makeup is like melting off or I'm wiping my face, it is hot over here right now. But yeah, you can decorate your house. Like the season right now for me is like Thanksgiving, Halloween, fall just started. So I really like these yellow and orange roses. You could do any color you want. You could do fake, you could do real, you could do dried and use it as potpourri. And you could also sprinkle roses in your candles, dried roses, whether it's from your garden or fresh roses that you just bought, and you can just break them apart and put it in a candle. You can also, I have a mix in my shop right now. It's a new product, and it's to bless your home with happiness. And there's 4 different roses in there, and as well as other ingredients, but it's basically to uplift the energy of your home. That's up on my shop right now, so check that out. Now the fourth thing that I want to talk about, and this is one of my favorite things because I have 3 cats, and of course you guys can see I have a tattoo of my cat right there. I love my cats. So catnip is something, of course, they love, and when you give them catnip, it creates a stronger bond between you guys spiritually. Now and also catnip is also ruled by Venus. So around this time, use catnip when you're trying to manifest something in all of your rituals, your work, your candle work, your manifestation practices. Use catnip. You could do catnip tea. You could put catnip in your candles along with some roses. You can use catnip in your floor wash, right? When you're mopping the floors, just boil some catnip, strain it, cool it, add it to your floor mopping solution. Use that, or you can create a spray. Put in a spray bottle. You can get a spray bottle at the dollar store and just spray it all over. Catnip, and also if you have cats, let me know in the comment section down below if you have a cat. What type of cat is it and what is its name? I would love to know. But yeah, feed your cat catnips, and then it's going to create a stronger bond between you and the cat. So catnip is going to be very powerful for manifesting around this time. Remember that. Like, I want to really drill that in your head. Catnip around this time is going to be very powerful. You can even get catnip from the dollar store, even if you don't have a cat. Put it in a tray, right, and put a little candle on top of it, and just burn the candle on top of the catnip, and write your intention on the candle. I'm telling you guys. I'm telling you. Okay, now the 5th thing. Now this is something all Libras need. And when we are in Libra season, when we have this new moon in the sign of Libra, we're going to feel those aspects of a Libra, which is what I am. And I know this. You need some fresh air. And Libras, it's very hard to go out and get it. So I'm telling you guys, go out, even if you don't feel like it. Go out and get some fresh air. Go to the mountains, go to a park, go to the lake, go to the ocean. Just get out of the house. You have to give that to yourself around this time. Otherwise, the Libra energy can tend to, you balance this and you balance that, and you balance this and you balance that. It's all in your head and you're just like going like this. You gotta balance that out. And what balances that air, heady energy out is connecting with earth energy. So you have to get out, walk barefoot, in your house, or gardening, something with soil and dirt and ocean and trees and leaves. Do something like that. It's going to help a lot with mental clarity. If you're struggling with anxiety, depression, frustration, becoming a little bit more irritated than usual or anything like that, ground yourself to the earth energy, which means get out, get some fresh air, go around some trees, work with trees and leaves, and do something creative even. Like, if you guys are into scrapbooking, I love scrapbooking, and sometimes I will save some of the leaves from my trees to just have it for, like, in the next 20 years, if I look back in my album, be like, oh, this leaf was from this tree in this house that I lived in, so you could really get creative with it. You could dry the leaves and use them in candles, and you could get really, really creative. But yeah, those are 5 ways that I want you guys to use this moon in your favor. And I'm telling you, just watch the rest of your month after you do this. And remember, you have 7 days to do this. 3 days before the new moon on October 2nd, on the day of, on October 2nd, and then 3 days after. So you guys have 3 days. All right, and then I'll see you guys on my 3 platforms. So I got YouTube, I got Patreon, where you guys can get a weekly reading. Then I have a book on Amazon, and then I have my Etsy shop, which I have so many exciting things for you guys coming up. And make sure that you check on the Etsy shop, and if you there's like a way you can subscribe or something, make sure you do that. Like you can subscribe to the Etsy shop, and then every time I list a new listing, you'll get a notification. And also sales, I have sales all the time, and I hope to see you guys on my other platforms. Happy new moon. Bye.